Hey guys, welcome to the Storybook Panda channel. We left off last time with the Taoist in hot pursuit of Commander Duen to avenge his friends. If you need a quick refresher, check out the previous videos. Otherwise, let's see what happens next. So without further ado, here we go! After the situation at the Garden of the Drunken Immortals, the 7 freaks of the south accompanied their friend, the Buddhist monk, back to his temple. The monk was confused by the situation at the garden, but was the first to speak. My nephew, accompanied by one of his men, had asked me to protect him from a Taoist priest that has been chasing after him. He continued, Master Eternal Spring is one of the 7 masters from Chunzangao. He may be short-tempered, but I can't see why he would stir up trouble for no reason. There must be a misunderstanding. Let us speak to your nephew, suggested second brother Zhu Chong. Maybe we can clear up the misunderstanding. Good idea, replied the monk. Just as he was about to summon them, a loud clanging from a bell in the great hall echoed throughout the temple. He's here, declared the big brother, as he and the rest of the members of the group dashed out and made their way toward the sound. It was the Taoist indeed, clanging a censer against the large bell. Rage had erupted in the Taoist. He hadn't seen Duen in days, and now this group of so-called heroes stood in his way. A similar sentiment was also felt by the 7 freaks. For them, it was a matter of pride. They were determined to fight to protect their reputation in the south. Third brother Ryder Han and 7th sister Jade Han were the first to engage the Taoist. Jade lunged at the Taoist with her sword, while Ryder attacked with his golden dragon whip. The Taoist used the censer to deflect Ryder's whip and swiftly maneuvered around Jade's sword attacks. Within seconds, he was not only able to assess her techniques, which he concluded lacked speed, but he was also able to take advantage and struck her with his palm and disarmed her. With the exception of the big brother, the rest of the 7 freaks charged at the Taoist. Using his chi, the Taoist spun the censer and used it as a shield against the attacks. The 5th brother, Laughing Buddha, pursued the Taoist with a flurry of punches, but all of them either missed or hit only the censer. Then came the moment for retaliation from the Taoist. The Laughing Buddha gathered his chi into his upper body. He had specialized in a form of kung fu known as the Iron Shirt. Through years of training, he had conditioned his skin to withstand even sharp weapons. The Taoist struck the Laughing Buddha's shoulder, and there was a loud crack. The Laughing Buddha's upper arm had snapped. Next, it was the 6th brother, the masked haggler, that was struck in the side with a kick by the Taoist. He collapsed and was not able to get up again. Jade had picked up her weapon and engaged the Taoist again. Although he did not want this to deteriorate into a violent confrontation, the Buddhist monk was overcome with guilt, seeing that his friends were getting injured. He too joined in and engaged the Taoist. Since he was not able to use his vision, the big brother focused intently on the sounds coming from the battle. He deducted that 2 of his brothers were gravely injured as they were out of the fight. Then he heard his half-conscious 6th brother, the masked haggler, say, prospering, small surpassing. The big brother immediately fired 2 projectiles, one towards the Taoist's eyebrows and the other towards his right hip. The other freaks disengaged while the Taoist deflected the projectiles with the censer. He was surprised by the accuracy of the big brother's aim. These projectiles were unique to the big brother. They were shaped like bat wings. He mastered them before he was blinded and established his name as the Flying Bat. The 6th brother continued, inner truth, radiance, darkening light. And again, the big brother launched projectiles at the Taoist's vital points as his brother was feeding coordinate references from the I Ching. However, although they forced him to move back, the Taoist successfully evaded all of the projectiles. Then it suddenly dawned on the big brother. The Taoist could also hear the utterances of his 6th brother and of course could anticipate the attacks. The 6th brother's voice began to fade. The awakening. This time, the big brother launched 4 projectiles at once to both the right and the left of the awakening. The Taoist stepped to the left in response to the 6th brother's direction. 2 cries were heard. One projectile hit the Taoist's right shoulder and the other hit Jade in the back. The hit didn't particularly hurt, but the Taoist felt a numbness and a chill move towards his heart. The projectile was poisoned, he realized. And that's it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please show your support by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Leave your questions or comments below and I'll be sure to address them in the near future. And I'll see you next time on Storybook Panda.